To troubleshoot outdoor lights that are not turning on, firstly check for power. Ensure that the circuit breaker or fuse supplying power to the lights is turned on. Use a voltage tester to verify that there is power at the light sockets. Secondly, inspect the ballast. Exercise caution because ballast capacitors can hold a charge even when disconnected. Discharge them by shorting the terminals with an insulated tool. Check if the ballast hums or buzzes when the light is switched on. If not, the ballast may be faulty. Thirdly, replace the starter. Ensure that the starter is properly installed and compatible with the ballast. If the starter has been changed, test it with a starter tester or replace it again. Fourthly, check the bulbs. Make sure the bulbs are not burned out. Try different bulbs of the same wattage and type. The voltage readings of 208, 240, and 277 volts are within the acceptable range for fluorescent ballasts. However, they are slightly higher than the typical voltage of 120 volts. Check if the voltage is stable or if it fluctuates greatly. Voltage fluctuations can affect the operation of the lights. Other possible issues to consider include loose connections, faulty wiring, damaged light fixtures, and light sensors. For loose connections, check all connections between the ballast, starter, and light fixture. For faulty wiring, inspect the wiring for any breaks or damage. For damaged light fixtures, look for any physical damage to the light fixture that may be affecting its operation. If the lights have a built-in light sensor, ensure that it is functioning properly and allowing the lights to turn on at night. Some additional tips include resetting the ballast by turning off the power, waiting a few minutes, and then turning it back on. This can sometimes reset the ballast. If you are unable to resolve the issue yourself, contact a licensed electrician for further assistance. The process of elimination can help pinpoint the problem. Starting with the simplest checks, like ensuring power is present and bulbs are functional, and then moving to more complex components such as the ballast and starter. When checking for power, use a non-contact voltage tester to verify the presence of voltage at the light fixture. If the tester indicates power, the issue lies within the fixture itself. If there is no power, trace the circuit back to the breaker panel, checking for trip breakers or blown fuses. When inspecting the ballast, visually examine it for any signs of damage, such as bulging, cracks, or leaks. A faulty ballast is a common cause of lighting problems, especially in older fixtures. Replacing the ballast can often resolve the issue. When replacing the starter, ensure that you use the correct type and voltage for the specific ballast. An incorrect starter can damage the ballast or prevent the light from functioning properly. When checking the bulbs, make sure they are securely seated in their sockets. Loose or improperly installed bulbs can cause intermittent or complete failure. If the bulbs are old, consider replacing them even if they don't appear to be burned out, as their performance may degrade over time. The provided voltage readings suggest that the lights are likely connected to a 208 or 277 volt circuit. These voltages are common in commercial and industrial settings, but less common in residential applications. Ensure that the light fixtures and ballasts are rated for the voltage being supplied. Using a fixture that is not rated for the voltage can cause it to fail prematurely or even create a safety hazard. Loose connections can cause a variety of problems, including flickering, intermittent operation, and complete failure. Carefully tighten all wire connections within the light fixture, ensuring that they are secure and making good contact. Faulty wiring can be difficult to diagnose without specialized tools and knowledge. Look for any obvious signs of damage, such as frayed insulation, exposed wires, or burn marks. If you suspect faulty wiring, it's best to consult with a qualified electrician. A damaged light fixture can also prevent the lights from working properly. Check for any cracks, breaks, or corrosion that may be affecting the fixture's ability to function. If the fixture is severely damaged, it may need to be replaced. Light sensors can sometimes malfunction, preventing the lights from turning on even when it's dark. Try bypassing the light sensor to see if the lights turn on. If they do, the light sensor is likely the problem. Resetting the ballast can sometimes resolve minor issues. Turn off the power to the fixture, wait for several minutes, and then turn it back on. This can sometimes clear any internal faults or errors. If you are not comfortable working with electricity, it's always best to contact a licensed electrician. Electrical work can be dangerous, and it's important to take precautions to avoid injury. An electrician will have the knowledge and experience to diagnose and repair any electrical problems safely and effectively. When working with electrical equipment, always turn off the power at the breaker panel before starting any work. Use insulated tools and wear appropriate safety gear such as safety glasses and gloves. Double check all connections before restoring power to the circuit. If you are unsure about any aspect of the repair, consult with a qualified electrician. Understanding the basic components of a fluorescent lighting system can help you troubleshoot problems more effectively. The ballast is a device that regulates the voltage and current supplied to the bulb. The starter is a switch that helps to initiate the arc that produces light. The bulb is the light source, and it contains a gas that glows when electricity passes through it. By understanding how these components work together, you can more easily identify the source of the problem. If you have multiple lights that are not working, it's helpful to test each light individually. This can help you determine if the problem is isolated to a single fixture or if it's a more widespread issue. If all of the lights are on the same circuit, the problem may be with the circuit breaker, wiring, or other components that are common to all of the lights. When troubleshooting electrical problems, it's important to be patient and methodical. Start with the simplest checks and then move to more complex tests as needed. Keep a record of your findings and any steps that you have taken. This can help you track your progress and avoid repeating steps. If you are still unable to resolve the problem after trying these troubleshooting steps, it's time to call a qualified electrician. An electrician will have the tools and knowledge to diagnose and repair any electrical problems safely and effectively. The 200A, 240, and 277 volt readings suggest a three-phase power system. Three-phase power is commonly used in commercial and industrial buildings because it is more efficient for powering large equipment and machinery. If you are working with a three-phase power system, it's especially important to consult with a qualified electrician. Three-phase power can be dangerous if not handled properly. When checking the voltage, use a calibrated voltmeter to ensure accurate readings. A faulty voltmeter can give you incorrect readings, which can lead to misdiagnosis. If the voltage is significantly higher or lower than the expected value, there may be a problem with the electrical supply. Voltage fluctuations can be caused by a variety of factors, including problems with the utility grid, faulty equipment, or excessive load on the circuit. If you suspect voltage fluctuations, contact your utility company to investigate the issue. In some cases, voltage fluctuations can be corrected by installing a voltage regulator. A voltage regulator is a device that maintains a constant voltage output regardless of fluctuations in the input voltage. If you are using fluorescent lights outdoors, it's important to choose fixtures that are rated for outdoor use. Outdoor fixtures are designed to withstand the elements such as rain, snow, and sunlight. Using indoor fixtures outdoors can cause them to fail prematurely or even create a safety hazard. When installing outdoor lighting, be sure to follow all local electrical codes and regulations. Electrical codes are designed to ensure that electrical installations are safe and reliable. If you are not familiar with electrical codes, consult with a qualified electrician. Regular maintenance can help prevent lighting problems. Inspect your outdoor lights regularly for any signs of damage or wear. Replace any damaged or worn components as needed. Keep the fixtures clean and free of debris. By following these tips, you can keep your outdoor lights working properly for many years to come. Remember to always prioritize safety when working with electricity. If you are not comfortable working with electricity, contact a qualified electrician. Electrical work can be dangerous, and it's important to take precautions to avoid injury. The presence of 208, 240, and 277 volt circuits indicates that the electrical system is likely a commercial or industrial setup, rather than a standard residential one. This means the lighting fixtures and ballast must be compatible with these higher voltages. It's important to double-check the specifications of each component to ensure they are rated for the voltage supplied. Mismatched voltage ratings can lead to immediate failure or pose a fire hazard. When examining the ballast, look for any signs of overheating, such as discoloration or a burnt smell. An overheated ballast is a sign of a serious problem and should be replaced immediately. Be sure to disconnect the power before inspecting the ballast to avoid electrical shock. When replacing the starter, make sure it is the correct type and voltage for the ballast. There are different types of starters, such as preheat and rapid start, and using the wrong type can damage the ballast. Check the ballast label for the correct starter specifications. If you are using LED replacement bulbs in your fluorescent fixtures, make sure they are compatible with the ballast. Some LED bulbs require the ballast to be bypassed or removed, while others are designed to work with the existing ballast. Using incompatible LED bulbs can damage the ballast or the bulbs themselves. When checking the wiring, look for any loose connections, corroded terminals, or damaged insulation. Loose connections can cause flickering, intermittent operation, or complete failure. Corroded terminals can increase resistance and reduce the voltage supplied to the light. Damaged insulation can create a shock hazard. If you find any of these problems, repair or replace the wiring as needed. If the light fixtures are equipped with photocells light sensors, make sure they are clean and unobstructed. Dust, dirt, or debris can block the light sensor and prevent the lights from turning on. Clean the photocells regularly with a soft cloth. If the photocells are not working properly, they may need to be replaced. If the lights are controlled by a timer, make sure the timer is set correctly. An improperly set timer can prevent the lights from turning on at the desired time. Check the timer settings and adjust them as needed. If the lights are connected to a dimmer switch, make sure the dimmer switch is compatible with the fluorescent lights. Not all dimmer switches are compatible with fluorescent lights, and using an incompatible dimmer switch can damage the lights or the dimmer switch. Check the dimmer switch specifications to ensure it is compatible with fluorescent lights. If you have tried all of these troubleshooting steps and the lights are still not working, it's time to call a qualified electrician. An electrician will have the tools and knowledge to diagnose and repair any electrical problems safely and effectively. Provide the electrician with as much information as possible about the problem, including the voltage readings, the type of fixtures, and any troubleshooting steps you have already taken. This will help the electrician diagnose the problem more quickly and efficiently. Remember to always prioritize safety when working with electricity. If you are not comfortable working with electricity, contact a qualified electrician. Electrical work can be dangerous, and it's important to take precautions to avoid injury. Specifically with a three-phase system and these higher voltages, it is extremely important to verify that all components are rated for the correct voltage to prevent damage or hazards. Check the manufacturer's specifications for each lighting component to confirm compatibility. This is vital for safe and effective operation. Furthermore, if the power source is indeed a three-phase system, ensure the lighting is properly balanced across the phases to prevent overloading any single phase. An unbalanced load can lead to voltage drops, equipment malfunction, and potential damage to the electrical system.